What's going on, everybody? I am CaptainRoBear, and this is Saved by the Spell 3, Tormund's Quest 24.
Got it! That's what I'm talking about right there. We
How's it
slayed
going?
a dragon! We slayed a dragon! We slayed a dragon!
Even if it did take 17 hours.
You know what? It couldn't be any worse than the combat turns we had on Game of Saving Throws.
Oh, not at all.
Considering, you know, it took 4 rounds of combat, 3.5 weeks.
It's like you're bitter about
Jesus.
sieging a city. Okay, you know, there's a lot of pieces on the board, you know?
I think one of my favorite comments I saw in chat was, "Did you guys kill all that?"
Yes. They did kill all that.
It was so much. I was just looking at this like, how?
And if they didn't know by now, it is very much a heroic campaign. They're looking at these piles of giants. But
I
also,
settled for just one crazy white dragon, thank you.
level 14, man, going into level 15. By the way, you
Get
guys,
some
both of your cameras gotta come down. You guys are hanging out barely in the edge of your box.
Is that better?
Now you gotta go up a little bit.
Damn it! Hey, how you doing?
Are you referring to me as well, brother?
You gotta go back down. You gotta go back down, Gil. Just a little bit. There you go. Stop. Yeah, there you go. Now you're in frame.
This is why I don't move my camera and I don't change my chair.
Well, yeah, you know, I never can tell. Eventually, you know, some people set their cameras and then they're like, oh yeah, this is gonna work, and then they predominantly sit and stream like this.
Yeah.
So, yo, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm not in frame? This is how I always sit. And I'm just, you know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna.
Guilty.
I think actually I'm gonna broadcast from here. I get it. I kind of get
What's
it.
going on? Tonight's
Is
entire
this the
show.
new stream?
Lounge stream.
Though I'm about to get a cramp in this entire region from doing one crunch.
The whole time, just a stream of a crunch.
I'm gonna work on my abs, but this is not the time.
I work out.
That's a similar thing. Like when I'm in a car, I sit up straight, and that, like, number one, cars are not meant for 6'2" people to sit up straight in. So I'm like, my head's already touching the liner to begin with, but I'm like, no, I cannot drive comfortably like that. Like, that's just not how I was taught to drive.
No.
It terrifies me. Why people are, no, no, not with the people that drive in my area. No way.
What you talking about, Captain?
Gotta be on your toes, man. Gotta be on your toes. Dude,
It's good to be back.
no doubt, man. No
It's
doubt.
Thursday. We killed a dragon.
We killed a dragon.
Yeah. After
I didn't shit myself. At least that you know.
Yeah.
we would never know.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like we
Sarcastic.
took everyone through an emotional week in D&D, and then the country decided to give them an emotional week. So I understand.
Yup.
People have been through a gauntlet. Like they've been slowly trickling into chat and into shows this week. Just like, I can't feels no more.
You couldn't make me cry right now if you tried.
Oh,
He says, "Oh."
God
No,
damn it.
not me personally. I'm always an emotional wreck. It's part of my condition.
It's part of your charm.
challenge accepted.
Tonight, though, should be a celebration.
We'll see. You might just slide off the platform. Radio announcements.
Oh
All
wow!
cold and frozy.
When you drop that on me, now I'm worried about what's to come. Well, I guess night 2 of 3 in our week of D&D last night was a great RP episode with the gang post the siege of Starvold. I can't wait to see what happens tonight. Tomorrow we've got Neon
Svardborg.
Regimes.
Svardborg.
Whatever. Starbold, Smarbold.
They siege it.
Five episodes in, I just can't separate the Jarl from the city. It's too close.
Nope.
Yes.
Svartborg, Starvold. Yeah, I get it.
And then this weekend, if I didn't get enough of hacking and slashing my way through barbarians and giants and everything else, we're gonna play Vikings Wolves of Midgard on Saturday over on my channel, and I'm looking forward to being a Viking warlord for at least several hours of mead.
And I apologize. I've been telling you, yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna stream. No, I'm gonna play. No, I'm not. I'm gonna be at the cabin. I don't have the internet connection there yet.
Oh, rip the dress! All right, I've got to bulk my character up anyway, so I can steal all the kills and listen to you. Damn it, Radio! I just need one more axe kill.
He'll just beat the game, guys. It's how he does. He just runs forward. He's a small child when it comes to these games.
He's like Tormund. He just runs forward and just like
runs
swings at anything in
forward.
front of him.
He wants the 100% clear, but it's not as important as running forward wherever forward means. And
I'm gonna get the tattoo across my chest. It just says full send.
No regrets.
yeah.
Not one letter.
And
None.
Yeah,
Full end. Yeah. Full
I
end.
I settled down to hear this wonderful NPC story, and then across the call, hey, I'm over here. Shut the hell up. You know, I'm like,
Trying to listen to the story.
oh, dude, when it was happening at different stages in Diablo, I honestly thought we were going crazy. Because we thought we were supposed to be sharing parts of this text together, but we were clearly not. Oh man, which part are you on? Well, I'm on scroll 5. Well, shit, I'm on 2.
Why are you still on 2?
You're like, Google it later, man.
I will say though, your cabin and that looked incredible, and I'm happy you got some time away. So
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah,
That
man,
looks
can't wait to get the
awesome.
fiber hooked up, so it's not even away. It's just, oh, okay, I want to go get on the boat. I can. You know, most of my life, I've grown up on the Mississippi River, and then we would go to Kentucky Lake for fun during the summer. So most of the time, it involves a really big, heavy boat and going into not fun water. So
Yeah.
it's nice to go get back to a place that's ours, that's like, oh, okay, the water's actually clean. You can get in there. You're not going to die by getting sucked under or hit by a giant log. When my cousins go out on the Mississippi River anymore, they go to like the sandbar areas, and they never you just never even get in the water. They just party on this beach.
Yeah.
You're like, just don't touch the water.
the water's just there for silent reflection. Now, hand me another beer.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff been flowing through that river. Tim, you got any announcements this week, my friend?
Saturday was a very emotional day, highs and lows. The SpaceX completed the mission.
Yeah.
We adoringly called them the dads, are now at the International Space Station. They will be there for an undisclosed amount of time, and then they will use the Dragon module to come back home at some point. We don't know if they're going to be up there for a few months or a year. It just depends on their research up there. But this means that the moon is next.
Oh, so exciting! Dude, I like most of Twitter didn't realize how jacked those guys were until they came through.
They did not send small men, man.
Dude, it is Operation Swole up there, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
It'll be interesting to see if they do spend a full year. I mean, there's no doubt that that's part of what they're looking at, because they have some extreme muscle mass going in.
Yeah.
They're definitely gonna look and see what happens if you send Johnny Bravo to space.
One swole step for man.
But yeah,
For real, man.
Like after watching that, getting all jacked up and super hyped and super proud, I went out and marched a little bit here in LA, and it felt amazing. There was a lot of good people, and then for anybody who knows what happened here in LA on Saturday, when the lights went out, when dark happened, when the sun went down, it got bad, and it got bad 20 feet from my doorstep. So it was my heart goes out to everyone. But
real man,
go out there, do your part, even if your part just means retweeting. Do it.
Oh yeah.
It's not everybody's capable of the front line, but everybody's capable of a voice. So,
and even more important, listen. Open your ears.
Oh yeah, open your ears, open your minds.
Listen.
Ask questions. Believe me, nobody is gonna hold it against you if you ask a question.
That is the truth, my friend. Adam, got any announcements this week?
No announcements this week. Just one comment. Actually, it's more of a request from chat. I see you, chat, and I hear you. And I need all of your positivity week in and week out to help my rolls be better. Okay? I don't know if you guys know this, and probably don't, but I actually think I'm cursed. And it doesn't matter what game I'm playing and when I'm playing and who I'm playing with. I typically roll really, really badly. So
even as a DM, do you roll bad? See, as a DM, I roll terribly.
Yeah, but he's DM, so he can fix that.
I hear you. I've swapped dice on D&D Beyond. I'm now rocking the mythic dice.
Yes.
And let's hope for better rolls. And yeah, I just, positivity for my dice would be appreciated so that I don't screw us all again. Great.
Like they say on The Mandalorian, do the hands thing.
Yeah. You did have quite the performance last week.
Yeah.
Oh,
one small announcement, I guess, is, and most of you know, but you can catch me tomorrow night on Neon Regimes here.
Yes.
Playing Omen, who you got a first look at last week, who is fabulous, of course. Yeah, that's been great. That's been fun. I enjoyed it last week.
Almost got a few bullet holes in him, but it was able to avoid that. But
Ooh.
the Cadillac.
Let's not. Okay, it's too soon. All right. It's too soon. And if you don't know, make sure you check out the VOD, either on RoBear's YouTube or here if you're a subscriber, because my beautiful black Cadillac.
That YouTube will go up actually tomorrow. Booyah.
Pour one out for my homie.
Most of it's still left on Gry's axe, but you'll be fine.
Mud loves that character almost too much. It's gonna be a good time.
Hey, that's his history. Let him have it.
That character is so great, though. It's so hard for me to not just laugh every 5 minutes.
We did plenty, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, that show's great. That's it. I'm done.
I don't know what you're laughing at. This really isn't a laughing matter.
I don't wear underwear. I don't wear briefs.
You get to project these jaws that I have.
Gotta get that underbite working so I can really do what Mud does.
Sorry about the Cadillac and all that. That's it. Cadillac. What do you mean? I'm so sad.
Yeah. So announcements over here. We will be having Neon Regimes again tomorrow night, 10 p.m. CDT, with everybody except for Becca. We'll be missing Becca because of I can't remember what she's doing, but she's gone. Can't remember if she had a conference. No, she's not having a conference. Ah, yes, that thing. She got a party. She got a little party to go to. So she'll be doing that number, and the boys will be left to play. We kind of joked at the end of the episode last week much like the first Neon Regimes, she was a robot and got powered down for an episode and left in the van. We joked like, oh my God, it's going to happen again. You're going to get powered down as a machine and left there. Like, you got to keep setting yourself up for this. This works out thematically excellent.
Oh yeah.
And that will be the end of our D&D week till next week. And I'm going to head back out to the cabin and hang. But yeah. Excited, man. Excited to tie up all these loose ends. It's funny that all the campaigns are kind of headed, they're headed that direction. They're all coming off of crazy and heading in a new direction. I like that. I like that a lot. Over here, though, we got to thank our lovely sponsors. As always, thank you so much for fueling our RP, Voodoo Ranger. You guys are amazing. New Belgium, thank you for sponsoring us for the entire year. Greatest sponsor of all time.
Nothing like a sponsor you can drink.
Lovely people, but even better beer. I cannot wait to talk about the new beer that they're releasing.
Ooh.
Totally cool retro can. Arcing all the 80s and 90s days. So it's a, I think, I can't remember if the name's actually 1984 or if it's just retro. I'm gonna have to go and look because we don't have it yet because I'm out in the sticks. I'm having to go off of everybody else's social media posts, but you guys are awesome. I cannot stress to you guys enough. If you go into the grocery store, this is exactly what I would tell you. You're looking to pick up a hazy IPA. These guys are one of the only people under $10 a six pack where you can do that. Almost everybody is in the $12 to $15 range. It is an incredible value for the beer that you get. That's why I've continuously drank them and still do after the sponsorship, because they're that good, man. It's a great value. This is product that I bought at my own Walmart down the street because it is the best value in IPA right now. As always, remember, live dangerously, but drink responsibly.
It's not Escape to Paradise, is it?
You would do that
Liquid
right after my
Paradise.
plug. You would go back into it, or I can't remember.
Damn it.
No, you've done this. You've started it. I'm going in.
Do it. Let's go.
Now we have to Google.
Yep.
Oh, no, it's 1985. That's
Okay,
what
it's
it is.
85. So I keep saying 84 because that's my birthday, but it's 1985. Kind of
Oh,
like
dude, that can is sexy. Cobra Kai all the way. Let's go.
It's so good, dude. It's so good. When I got a sneak peek, I was like, "Oh God, that's awesome." There's some really good stuff coming out this year.
It's got a fanny pack full of hops. Yes.
Also, big shout out to Roll20 for being a sponsor for us the entire year as well. This is the virtual tabletop that we use that helps bring the music to not only all of the players, but to you guys out in the audience. I highly suggest you start living your best D&D lives and playing these lovely online games through Roll20. They have done a ton for us bringing this experience to you, and I hope they do for your home game as well. Shout out to DnDBeyond.com as always for the insider access. You guys are rock stars. If you have not made a character on D&D Beyond, I promise you it will be the last one you ever make if you go to DnDBeyond.com and use their lovely character builder. It is addicting and awesome.
I would like to correct your statement. I have like 30 characters, and I've deleted at least 90.
Why delete? There's unlimited.
Because I make like 4 different of the same character because I don't know which path they're gonna go down.
Gotta have options, man.
I have
Yeah.
the same problem with hand cannons and Destiny. It's just, I don't know which one to take. Do I want motion?
And last but not least, our sponsor for this month, Start Playing .games, guys. If you have wondered how in the heck can I start playing D&D tomorrow, this is your site. My friends Devin and Nate have come up with the solution of solutions, tried to connect players and dungeon masters, and now it is all there. You can use !play D&D in my chat. I'll drop the link. I have already set up a game that I'm going to start on Monday. The first commission game I have ever taken, period, is going to be run through their site. So if you've sat there and you've looked at our LFG and you've looked at Roll20 and been like, I still can't find the game that I'm looking for, this kind of site is the solution. You can not only search just through the DMs that are there and the games that you want to play, like Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder, but you can also look and see, is this really the right game for me? Is this a high role playing? Is it low? Is it medium combat tactics? It has all of those guts listed within it. So it's all about pairing up the kind of D&D you want to play, not just D&D. And I think this is going to get more people into the tables that they want to be in with like-minded folks. I'm very, very, very excited for the service that they're offering. There's a ton of affordable games that are on there. If you've ever been looking to have a game run by a professional dungeon master, now is the time. Use that code !PlayDND, and you can see the link in the chat. Start playing .games, guys. Thank you for the sponsorship for the entire month, guys.
Super cool.
Very cool, man.
Super cool.
One of the worst feelings as both a player but as a DM is watching a new player at another table not have fun because it's not their table. So to match up, that's huge. That's awesome.
We have talked about that so much on our channels, trying to find people that are playing the same game. I see war gamers get mixed up in RPers just too many times, and it's cool, man. They're both awesome forms of fun, but there are two different fronts there a lot of times. You got to balance that out. You got to balance that out. And I think their solution is one of the coolest ones that I've seen. Like, when I sat there, I asked 3 questions immediately. Can you do this on your site? And they had the answer to it. And I was like, that's what I'm looking for. Like, can people see the kind of games that they want to play? And especially in this day and age, as their site matures, you're really going to be able to see what these DMs are like and kind of handpick them. Like, never before in the history of this hobby have you been able to screen your DM beforehand. Most of the time people are connecting with a game store guy. They usually don't know. Or
a friend of a friend.
A friend of a friend. Hey, I know this guy that does, DM Dan. Here comes DM Dan.
DM Dan.
So I hope that connection gets better too. I hope there's a closer connection between those DMs and the groups, because chemistry is what makes for great D&D. At least high RP.
Yeah.
Awesome. So thank you guys for the sponsor the entire month. You guys are rock stars. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, we have to get back into some story. Last week on Saved by the Spell 3, Tormund's Quest. After reuniting with the newly resurrected Dirakt, a couple of new added buffs to the party, some fun magical items, and a blessing for Tormund, you guys set out for Icespire Peak to go head on against Cryovane in his own turf. As you guys made your way through a very winding and haphazard trek through the mountains, you guys ran into not just Cryovane resting and licking his wounds from his showdown with Dirakt back at Falcon's Hunting Lodge, but you ran into where the Rapscallion bunch, treasure hunters, searching for Cryovane's loot. As you guys chose the higher road to leave them alone and press forward into the fight with Cryovane, they did come back to roost, trying to come and sabotage your fight with the dragon. Unfortunately, they didn't last long, and neither did Cryovane, as you guys heroically slayed in an epic battle, finally ending that dragon's life and soul rip asunder. in front of your own eyes. You guys are currently still up on top of that now very much leaning platform. You guys are stable. But you are still high in the mountains.
We did it.
Is it dead?
I think so.
Souls shattered. It's taken by Lady Tanamir.
The hell kind of sword do you have?
He looks at Dragon Slayer in his hands. It's Dragon Slayer.
Well, you proved its point.
I think she proved her point.
Wasn't all her.
No, it wasn't all her. A lot of that was us. Speaking of, the hell is Dirakt? And Braden?
I'm still up here trying to get my legs.
Just concentrate and think about going up or down, side to side.
The hell did you do to him, Arkonan?
I gave him a tincture.
About that time, you can see it slowly beginning to wane off. As he's not falling at full velocity, but just enough to hit his ass on top of that ice. And then continue to slide down before catching himself. Well, you really did it. You took care of that son of a bitch.
Guess this realm is free of at least his bull.
I saw it with my own eyes, Tormund. I don't think these people have to worry about him coming back anytime soon. Not far from Barley, you can see a small section of that ice melting through as it opens up in the form almost like a cookie cutter of a phoenix. As it melts through and Dirakt pushes through and just sits down on the lip of the edge as we're tilting sideways. Well, you don't suppose we might want to get ourselves on some better footing, shall we?
One piece of unfinished business, Dirakt. Lady Tanamir may have shattered his soul, but the Phoenix take his body. Let's get the off this rock.
For that, do we want proof? Do we need proof? Is that a thing? Was that part of a deal he made? I don't know. Normally, People want proof. I can say I killed the dragon all day long.
Got a good point. Tormund?
Tormund tries to ease in on his footing on this ice, looking at that down slope. Is there a...
With everybody here, you have enough solutions to where you can be tethered and easily make it down without having to worry. You have a lot of people with last second magic that could stop you from anything. So we're just gonna tether you to the rope as we did when we came in.
I'll pull out Ka and he'll slither around your waist.
Just this happens. Really glad you have control of this thing.
Sometimes.
Careful how tight you cinch it. I don't want any of my dinner coming up. Slowly make my way down to the body. Is there a piece that I can easily take off? A horn, a tooth, a tip of the tail, a claw?
It's whatever your choice is.
Can you get me a tooth?
I'm not gonna raid this white dragon.
Is that a no?
I'm gonna take one piece back. The rest we're gonna set loose.
So not one tooth?
Tormund is gonna saunter his ass down to the mouth of it. Try and wiggle a tooth out.
Much like real teeth, they don't necessarily wiggle, but you can roll a survival check to get in there.
Perfect.
His lower jaw is just like...
Yeah, yeah. I say, chap, you come to my home to sleep?
That is a 17.
17, yeah, you're able to break off teeth for the entire party, so everybody has a piece. Tormund, you have to think. Much like this adventuring party, once a reminder of what they've been through, there's an entire populace of people that need to know that they're safe now. Since there is no longer a soul here to desecrate, my advice is to use that blade and take back the most memorable part of this beast.
Taking one of them horns. Let's go.
We're talking more than just a horn, Tormund.
You want to take the whole head?
This isn't just about us.
Almost. It doesn't feel right. But maybe you're right. Maybe that's part of his penance. Being a plague upon this land.
People need to know that they're safe, Tormund.
He doesn't deserve to be turned into an ornament. No dragon does.
Unfortunately, he forgave that sympathy. He decided to take the lives of others.
You're right. Tormund steals his will, grabs Dragon Slayer with both hands, and goes to work at the neck to take the head.
You're able to do so with the tools that you have over a short period of time. Even it is incredibly uncomfortable for you. Dirakt sits back, thinking of it being not too far from the situation when you were in the woods, showing Gale how to skin his first deer. Dirakt takes hold of the rope, bringing it a sack.
I walk with Dirakt and place my hand upon upon Cryovane's head. And I close my eyes, and when they open, they go black again. And you see some black veins appear on my neck. And in Dirakt, you'll hear in Abyssal me whisper to the Raven Queen a prayer against Orcus, and I'll cast Gentle Repose. So that way, for 10 days, the head doesn't desiccate.
I just look over at Tormund. Insurance policy. And then,
Steep policy.
on the 10th day, we take care of the proof that we've taken.
Tenth day. We put this body to rest. What do we have of it?
Agreed.
Now we've got what we've came for. Can we leave this icy rock, please?
That we can. Direkt
Anybody
begins
see
climbing
that priest
back
of
up the rope.
Lathander around?
Can't help yourself, can you?
What? Opportunity knocks, man.
I'm sure you'll find them somewhere down the side of the mountain.
If we run into it.
Direkt makes his way up the rope.
Light. That's it. He just ran towards the wrong light.
Treasure hunters.
Filth.
No honor amongst thieves.
No honor amongst them.
It's weird that a priest of Lathander would be with thieves. I thought they're all like holy and stuff.
You'd be surprised on who I know in Neverwinter. That speaks of big game and helping others, but behind closed doors, everybody has an agenda.
Not sure what church you've walked into. as it had the tithe basket out front row and center.
All of them.
I will ignite the rest of the body before we leave the top of this hold. But we should seriously consider doing something to prevent the wave of individuals that are going to flood into this place. Once they hear of Cryovane's demise, there will no doubt be waves and waves of even more amateur treasure hunters looking for this dragon's hoard, which I'm not convinced exists at all. I know of no dragon that keeps their treasure down in a crypt.
Arkonan, you can smell the dead. You went into that crypt before. Let's take a tryst into that little crypt. See if there's anything we can find before we leave.
I'm okay with that.
Let's not take a lot of time. I want to get the off this mountain. And if we blow up this castle on the way out, let it be in memory of those who inhabited it before.
All right, let's go to a crypt.
All right. As you guys make your way back in to the top second floor of Icespire Hold. Now very much leaning. You guys go back down the spiral staircase. Back through the rooms that you've already all cleared. And it takes you going all the way back to the main chamber to realize that there was no open way to this crypt. But now that the hold has been leaning, you can see a secret passageway has opened up in the main room. No wonder they came running for us. They couldn't even find the damn crypt. Too stupid for their own good. And I rolled, they couldn't find it. They couldn't find it.
Well,
They were looking for stairs.
Nobody said that treasure hunting is a smart job. Usually it's luck.
Indeed, Arkonan, indeed.
All right, Arkonan. Hopefully you got a nose for dead and traps. Who knows what's in that crypt? Just be careful what you touch. I know that from my own experience. Have some reverence for what you're around.
Would we have taken a short rest in the talking, or
You guys have
can we
taken
do
no
so now?
rest.
Okay. Do we want to go down immediately? All right. I will lead the way. Actually, I won't lead the way. Eric will lead the way. He flutters down on my shoulder, and I give him a pat, and I say, just around every corner. Don't stray further than that. I will send him off.
As Eric flies back behind that fallen stone. Heading down a set of steps covered in cobwebs. Empty room has a deathly chill. You can see the word crypts chiseled into the lintel above each door. As he looks to chambers both left and right, diving into each. Rough passageways with unmarked caskets in alcoves, sealed within each of these caskets. Tuck and look to see one slightly ajar. You hop and jump over to the edge, looking down, seeing nothing but bones and rusty armor and weapons of warriors long lost from Delisandra's command. Hop in to the next part, the other chamber. You see more of the same. Continuing through now to the forward chamber, you see the area where you believe Delisandra lays herself in a rather ornate crypt in the center, stone carving, holding an axe laid horizontally over 4 other tombs surrounding. By the amount of cobwebs and sheer unsettled, it looks like no one has been in this area since. Not even Cryovane. It looks to be an intact actual Undercroft. No hordes, no desecration, just serving as it intended.
The crypt has been undesecrated thus far. This is going to come as a shocker to everyone, but I think it should remain so.
You're right. Dirakt, you set that body afire. Have it bring this whole damn thing around it. Let everyone here sleep. Give nothing to anybody who'd come and desecrate them.
That is what we shall do.
Well then,
Arkonan, do you have anything left in the tank to help me with a much larger fire?
I would if we took a few moments. I can concentrate and get something back. Wait, let me make sure.
By the way, chat, the axe is stone, so they're not leaving loot.
Yeah, it was in a relief, in a boss relief, if you will. Yeah, if we take a little reprieve here, I can get one more spell back.
Oh. Let's go back down to the stables and get some terrified horses out of here. Make our way a little bit through distance. Go through these rooms and pile up some perishables to help this thing spread when we get ready. Tormund?
Direct.
Make a small camp for us to rest for a minute while we get prepared on the outskirts here near the stables. We get to make coffee for the second time today.
See a small corner smile on Direct's or Tormund's face. Get right on that, Direct.
If I might, for a moment, and you'll see a release and 4 globules of light start floating around as he kind of just takes a pass in the room and is like looking at like everything and seems to be admiring it. And he pulls out a wand and he just casts it in the room, the Wand of Secrets, to see if there's any hidden doors or traps or anything.
The one place to use it was this room early on. No, there's no more secrets, and it truly appears that the hunt and the prey of this land was that dragon's true cherish. A mixture of orcs and the warlords that lived here before to the dwarves that carved it. Nothing else remains.
Then he would go to like one of the walls that doesn't have like any kind of ornate structure or anything and look for a flat surface. And he would just carve something into it. And then he'd step back. And then he would just turn to Direct. I can help you with the horses.
Good. Come get these things settled while I take the rest of their bedding to go burn rooms with. Shits and giggles, roll an animal handling check.
Well,
+1.
I have lots of +1s. So.
How many cards can he stack on a roll?
So I'm going to use one of them because why not?
You can stack up to 3.
I'll stack 2. So that's 15.
15. You're able to settle some very, very spooked horses.
We did it, chat. Did it.
As your noble background and being around horses for a good part of your life comes in handy as you lead them back out.
Come on. It'll be okay. Find you a proper place now.
be able to bring them back with the rest of your horses that you guys brought up to the side of the mountain soon. You'll be coming back to Fandolin looking like rustlers.
Yeehaw.
I thought you said wrestlers for a second.
Oh yeah, brothers.
Yes. We kill Cryovane.
Timotheus took the rocket ship to the satellite and we killed dragons around the fantasy land. Oh, yeah. Dirakt finishes up piling up anything possible that could burn in between each of these rooms. As well as piling a good portion up and over the body of Cryovane that is cantankerously held at the edge of the now tilting keep. Make my way back down to camp.
Want some coffee?
Never thought you'd ask. Yes,
I mean, you
please.
just got here. I wasn't about to bring it to you while you were doing all that up there.
It helped.
You like that? Steeped perfectly. No grounds.
I'm surprised you were able to get it done at altitude your first try. How long did it take you to get that water to boil?
I fought with it.
Oh, the struggles are real for anybody who's played with that when you don't have the right equipment.
Yeah.
Struggle is real to get a cup of coffee out.
So I set it at a 15. I just rolled a 16.
Nice. Well done. Well done. Sits back and sips that coffee, looking out into that pristine valley. The chill is still very, very real.
What are you looking at, Dirakt?
It'll be the last time that I'm up this far in these mountains. If it wasn't
Sorry,
for that
come back,
son
right?
of a bitch, probably would have never came back up. Good to get a perspective out here in the rest of the breadbasket in the land. It's something you don't get to see every day. That's all, Gale.
Gale kind of, for the first time, really kind of looks out next to Dirakt. You see his head tilt and his eyes kind of widen. And then he looks down to the path to the right. This is familiar. This was my dream. But it was not ice covered.
Dream, you say?
A long time ago, I had a dream. I was on the mountainside and looking out. And I never knew what it meant, and it's here. It's even more beautiful in person. Surrounded by friends and family. He just kind of stares off. After a bit, I could use a little bit more coffee. Still a bit chilly.
Here you go. Let me give you a refresher. See a nice tall pour.
You know, and we talked about this before. I thought to myself, there is no way I can fight the dragon. But when we got separated and I heard you cry out, it was like easy. It was there. I just went.
It's greatness within you, Gale. Knew that from the moment I met you. Not because of the things you were wearing or the things you said. You'd feel it. In here. Had heart. It wasn't about all the frivolities and the other bull that you see out there. There was something deeper. So I'm glad you're here. So I'm glad we did this together. Makes you less of a friend, more of a brother. At least more of one that I've ever had. I guess
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you.
I never had a brother. It was all sisters. It feels good. Let me tell you what.
Oh, stop it. Don't get all emotional on me, damn it. We're just here drinking coffee. Look down there, right there in the valley. See where the mountains meet the plains, right there by the forest? Right down there. You can kind of see the creek. There's our camp. Kind of puts it all in perspective when you can see everything out there, doesn't it?
I think I can see my house from here. Kidding, of course. But it is breathtaking. In my dream, it was difficult to see. I couldn't see very much as the storm was raging, but I like this version better.
You're telling me you can see clearly now the rain is gone?
I bring the rain.
That you do.
And I stop it on occasion.
Arkonan.
Arkonan has been quiet, meditating the whole time.
Here's time.
And all right, we're at the base of the castle right now.
We've been hanging out in the stable room
Okay.
whenever our plan goes into motion. They'll make their way back outside and onto the trail.
I want to look for like a structurally weak spot that I can plant the fireball.
Oh, you get your pick of the litter.
There's one, and there's one, and there's one.
You igniting in the weakest part of this hold. I will return in 10 minutes after I have set ablaze these individual pyres that I've made in each room. You will be the catalyst in the big boom.
Hey, old man. Be safe in there.
I will be fine.
I know. Already lost you once. I don't want to lose you again.
As Dirakt solemnly makes his way back up to the top of the tower, to there, the still body of Cryovane.
Urok Shantar. Un de cher. Mon cher. À la vie.
As he sends out a small phoenix from his palm of fire and ash that flies forward, nestling in like a bird to its nest, what's been built up, as you guys stand back and watch from the trail as it ignites in flames, ups over the body of Cryovane. Like candles in the menorah during Hanukkah, the lights in each room begin to glow as those small fires are lit. Dirakt making his way out back to the main camp.
I will point my finger at the spot I've picked and then remember something and smell my hand and go, that's enough. And I spit in my hand and I rub them together. And then, I switch to Abyssal and then I'm just, you hear, Akash, Akash. And Dirakt knows that it's a prayer to the Raven Queen, asking if you haven't already pulled these threads, tug them a little harder away from Orcus and bring them into the next journey. Keep their secrets, and may you treasure them. And then I will cast Fireball at the structurally weak point in the building.
Like a blanket of crimson and orange, as you can feel the flames and the concussion back even onto your chest. Like a lighthouse looming over the land for a period of time that you think some folks might just be able to see down below, as it ignites and encompasses Icespire Hold, racked in flames, as that smoke begins to rise, as it engulfs the entire compound takes a gentle hand from Gale just to ease the horses. And as they settle, looking into those flames, you can slowly see just a minor form of that rising bird that you've seen in the shape of a totem and many times before. And as you look up towards where its beak is at, you look and it almost looks like it's a worm that's hanging out of its mouth. But you look closer and you can see it's but one single black thread draped upon either side. And the last moment you see it before the beak closes and snips that thread, you can no longer see an image in that fire as it encompasses the entire scene.
Man, I owe her so many favors.
How much have you given to her?
I hope a lot.
Exactly. You help a lot.
It's fun to see when a couple old acolytes can come together, eh? Arkonan? Now, I would like to leave this place.
You and me both.
Sip the rest of my, what is now becoming quickly cold coffee.
Everything is already broken down at camp. Waiting for your cup, old man.
Let's get down the side of this mountain. I think we need to owe a visit to the people of Phandalin.
That we do. What's the matter, Gale? You afraid to go into a provincial farm town?
No, farm towns are the best.
See? Arkonan knows.
I just can't help but think about the guild hall leader and how you're going to tap that tonight.
You son of a bitch. Don't talk about Halia like that.
I kid, but it's mighty impressive, you'd have to admit, Tormund. Also, I'm realizing that we just fucking killed away dragon and I'm kind of freaking out, so we should go.
It's about time you finally started to realize what you did. Let's go drink some mead in Phandalin. Worry about what comes next tomorrow morning.
Aye. Yeah. As you guys leave victorious from Icespire Hold on your trek back to Phandalin, we'll go ahead and let you guys take your first break. Go grab a beverage refill.
Big time.
What? Dude, you want a shirt that says Soylent? Really?
Aaliyah, it's Halia. So you're lucky. You're lucky. It's not.
I just read that in the chat. Was cracking. Yeah, listen.
Too
I
close.
never turned down a free Tri-Blend shirt. Okay. And this was free.
I mean, the only thing would be
So-
better if it was green.
I actually don't mind Soylent at all.
I think it tastes like chalk, but
It's people. Soylent Green is made from people.
It tastes like Cheerio milk to me.
Get out of here.
I mean, it's got like a mild pancake batter flavor to it. Like there's nothing to it.
I'm gonna make pancakes in the morning now. You're gonna get me started on the food stream.
Kodiak cakes, baby.
Ooh. Got him. I got him right next to the Bisquick. Depends on what mood I'm in. There's the difference there. If I want something that's more biscuity, I'll go with Bisquick. If I want Kodiak cakes, I want that hearty flapjack.
I could do, yeah, it's both. They're both great.
It's the reason I buy them both. Some
great.
days, some days you kind of toss a coin. Which way do I want to go? Oh, good. I'm glad we in that tower.
Ooh, you
Didn't stop.
broke up there.
Oh, did I?
Yep, you're back.
All right.
You're saying you were glad we.
Glad we burned that tower down. Didn't want to sack that tomb. Didn't want to go in there. Didn't want to deal with that nonsense. Wasn't worth it. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't.
I didn't think you would. If you guys did venture down to the crypt and found that it was just a crypt, I didn't suppose you would let it lay there and this become an Indiana Jones kind of joint.
Well, having got Dragon Slayer from a sacrifice of a medallion and a promise, I didn't figure this crypt would be any different, if not laden with more traps and death. And knowing that we're on a kiltering castle at this point on a mountaintop, that doesn't mean we've got a lot of time to do it in.
Well, you guys have a lot of ways of getting around. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. Not many treasure hunters are going to fare so well.
Nah, F it. Burn it to the ground. Let the rubble lie and the dead rest.
It belongs in a museum.
So do you.
Oh, I love those movies.
Appreciate that, Zero.
There it is. There's the old campsite right off the Triboard Trail.
I'm gonna miss that campsite.
I mean,
It'll be a special thing when we go by it, every once in a while, and not, hey, we're heading back over. Guess where we're we gotta. This is like your parents' favorite RV spot that we have over here.
how do you know what my parents' favorite RV spot in Cape Girardeau is?
Cause it's got sewer and electric on it, and it's only $15 a day.
It's C11. C11.
You know my old man, don't you? Actually, it's not my old man. My old man would easily spend $500 for a camping spot as long as he enjoyed the view. My mom, though, she's the one who would negotiate it down to $15 a night.
Yep. Shitter's truly full.
Yep.
Amanda sent me a Airbnb of on a mountaintop or whatever. $780 a night.
Does that include a job?
I hope so.
No. From never mind.
No, it's gonna be from them to all of us.
These are the things that go on your guys' VODs when you have radio along.
I don't know what it came back to, but
Just radio.
This
Hand
is
jobs
why,
and
it's why he
Airbnbs.
never leaves me alone with you guys.
yeah, I'll handle chat, RoBear. You go ahead.
Wait, the two of you are here? All right, I'm gonna go take care of business. I'll be right back.
Rated M for Mang. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. I think you just got your first merch, dude.
Oh yeah.
You got some
Doesn't say
royalties
rated
to
M for
pay out.
Mang.
I'm writing that in my channel right now. Mang is coming.
Zero, you might have gotten a +1
That's
on
what
a
she
next
said.
roll or something on that one.
Yeah, give yourself an inspiration, Zero.
Rated M
Treat
for Mang.
yourself.
That is funny.
You know, I
And
never
while you're
thought
at it, get me some new dice.
I never
Thanks.
thought about that. I can actually give chat inspiration. I've never thought about that
Oh.
before.
You're welcome for that.
Yeah, I never thought of it because they roll they roll on stuff all the time too.
Hey man, you're the DM of
Yeah.
everyone.
Add a
Yeah.
D6 to your roll, but make sure it's for radio because I feel like that's good narrative. You know.
Dude, I'm having coffee cups made tonight. I don't know what you're doing.
Rated M. That's amazing.
You guys leave the foothills of the mountain in the old Toe Gold Mine. Back past the Tribor Trail and our favorite campsite. We pause to refill water at the same spring we've done many times. Normally, I'd unleash barley on one hell of a lunch here. But I know better. And when we get back to town, we shall feast. I don't have a problem riding on an empty stomach the rest of the way back into town if no one else does.
Tormund reaches behind him and grabs the bag that's saddled on the side of Ivan. Tosses Dirakt a bread loaf. Come on! Nobody goes hungry on this journey. Braden saw that before. Little snack before we get to Fandolin. You're hungry? We
Like
got
you're-
bread.
Like your grandpa with an old Werther's. Braden has already come back over with a pack of snack sticks that he's had. Jalapeno cheddar. Oh, you didn't think I'd come up to the top of the mountain without some meat sticks?
Are they hand warmed?
They've been in my pocket. And that's when you realize possibly more than just hand warmed. And
It's a little melty.
That's belly warmed.
this is like running to any of the old men that are near our lake house. You're gonna get a snack stick. It might be the second form of currency
Yeah.
at Kentucky Lake.
I prestidigitation my meat stick. That's
You're
my
the guy
t-shirt.
You're the guy who dabs his pizza.
Yeah.
Don't want more grease than I have to take in.
Take this back, please. I need shea butter.
As you literally clean your meat stick, Gail.
And you give me, okay?
Just recanting what he did. You stare back in to those crystal clear reflections of a place that's meant a lot to you in a short amount of time. Cool breeze whipping through the trees. Small sounds of the forest. Just a gentle place of sanctuary that's quickly become a new home for you. For a trip now that's lasted much longer than a weekend stay at Falcon's Lodge. You think about the memories that you forged here and the new family that you've made. And the gifts that these nature entities have provided. Just another small time of reflection of how far you've come. Tormund joins you, staring down into that stream.
Look at him.
What was that?
Dryads. Looking for him?
At first. But now I feel like I carry them with me. I see them everywhere.
Carrying a lot more these days since the first time we met at Falcon's Hunting Lodge, aren't you?
That is true. Maybe I will become a bit strong like you.
Stronger than you know, Gale. Stronger than you know. I've seen you defy gods and acolytes. Don't short yourself. You're strong. If not stronger than I am, or stronger than I'll ever be. Got a kind of strength in you that reminds me of Dirakt. Kind of strength that reminds me of my dad. Resolve. Driven. Purpose. Up until today, I had that. It was dive into this realm, kill this white dragon. It's all done. The only thing that's left is the adventurers party at the end of the road, right? It's kind of why I walked over here. The next chapter, whatever we do next, doesn't have anything to do with me. Doesn't have anything to do with anything about me. Got a feeling, wherever we go next, it's more about you, Talos, and your family.
Well, if that is true, then I will need you by my side more than ever. Because taking a dragon on, that is one thing. Taking on my father, That is something entirely different.
Tormund holds up his hand. But isn't that what friends are for? Brother.
Of course.
He grabs him, he pulls him in and throws those two big old barbarian arms around him, just squeeze.
Oh, too tight. Too tight.
Oh, sorry. Is he gonna releases his grip and pats you on the back? Love you, Gale. I mean that. You're like family. Whatever you
As are
need,
you.
whenever you need it, I'll be there. Just know that. Because without you, none of this would have happened. None of it.
I think there is plenty more story to tell. Besides, even if we go to Neverwinter, I told you I would show you what it is like in my neck of the woods. And I am so excited to take you shopping. And I am so excited to take you to the bathhouse.
Aha! I'm in on that. Shopping, I mean, come on. Look at me. I'm ravishing. I'm a sexy dragon-born barbarian. What do you want?
I am going to bedazzle the shit out of you. I'm going to get you the finest clothes. You're going to be head to toe the belle of the ball. I guarantee it.
As long as it's combat functional and, somebody can't see me snake it up on them, I'm okay with that.
Well, it depends on what kind of night you want with a woman by your side. It could be combative or it could be fun.
Stop it. You know there's only one woman I can think about.
I know. But I need to tell you, if we go to Neverwinter, and if we meet my family, no, they are not all bad. And that's, well, it's different than what you might be used to. And I can't have you and Dirakt overreacting. There is a certain structure in place.
Gale, from that time I taught you how to skin a deer,
Vividly.
I'm gonna put that kind of faith in you. Well, if we get a chance to go to Neverwinter together, it's the deer. You can coach me. Because that's not my world. Never has been. Can't tell you that I won't screw it up at least once. But I'll try. I'll follow your lead. You just gotta be pretty blunt with this old dragonborn barbarian.
I don't know, I'm imagining like a felt gray, white truffle, gold trimming, stark brown boots.
Are you trying to dress me right now? Really?
Oh, I've been doing it since I met you. I've got several ideas.
Now, just make sure it's combat functional because, I can't have it as Tormund flexes these flabby arms that have become ripped on occasion. I can't have this impending on when I start to go into a rage. I don't want to rip those fine clothes.
Look, the parties that we go to are often considered A war, but it is not a physical war. It is a war of the mind, a war of words, as it were. I don't think you need to worry about being combat functional.
Well, that's another thing. You probably don't want to let me talk at much of these parties, because honestly, if I'm not drunk and I'm not trying to something, then I'm probably going to try and fight it.
Noted. But I will be there to make sure you don't get in too much trouble.
Well, between you and Dirakt, I might actually stand a chance in civilized conversation for once. Let's get the hell away from this stream. We're not going to see those two dryads anyways. They'll make themselves known when we need them, or they need us.
As you guys come back towards camp, you see Arkonan, Barley, and Dirakt have gone through a healthy amount of pipe weed at this point. Dirakt is over. You see, Arkonan, when I was battling it, it was because I was inverted. Upside down. When it came through. It's good to see that the lovebirds are back.
Could say the same about you two. Do you need a few more minutes?
What kind of bullshit are we telling him?
Have I gotten too skinny for you over here? There's still 3 of us. Am I withering away? Do I need to go back into the basket and get some more butter and bread?
Oh, come here, Brayden. I'll gladly shove that butter right down that beautiful gullet of yours.
Pieces of work, all of you boys. Come on, I'm ready to feast. I've been thinking about it since we rode halfway down the mountain. Let's go. I'm ready to party.
I want to see you dance, Brayden.
You've already seen me dance. You just too drunk to remember.
I was kind of hoping you didn't remember that yourself.
Direkt, your dragon slayer's still shitting colors over here. He's got a lot to learn from his other uncle. Come on, you little shit. Let's go.
Brayden, did you just refer to yourself as my other uncle?
The other white meat, boy. Come on. Yeah.
Hey,
Come on.
Arkonan. Do you dance?
With the dead.
Of course you would say that.
You gotta teach them things, man. They gotta learn labor. They gotta learn, to blend in.
I want to see you dance, but not with the dead at a party. You're dancing.
We'll see.
Oh, we will see, my friend. We will see.
Gail is like your friend back in the late 90s, early 2000s that took 2 classes in swing dancing and has held it over at every bar, function, or wedding. He sought out the one other girl that also took 2 courses of swing dancing.
Yeah.
Just waiting for a little zoot suit to come on.
Right. Little cherry papa daddies,
There is nothing better than having all of the eyes in the room when you're on the dance floor dancing and you're killing it. And I know from experience because, believe it or not, I am actually quite the dancer.
See?
There's also
plays into
nothing
it
like
even more.
There's also nothing like when you think you're killing it.
Listen, all right, I had like 17 beers and I was awesome, okay?
Those are also not
outside
necessarily
alone.
mutually exclusive either.
Yeah, that's like every convention.
Is that Randy bunch of adventurers makes their way back up onto the Tribor Trail due southwest and then south back into Phandalin. You come into the same wheat field that you've seen many a times, and you see Dirakt about to go into the same spiel that he's always done.
Don't do it, old man.
You don't. He stops before you even have to say anything. Just got a grin on his face.
Yeah, I know. It's where it all began. It's where it all ended. Here we are. Dragon head and toe, on our way into Phandalin. You look across the grass in the wheat fields and you're feeling like a proud papa. Or an ashamed uncle. I mean, you pick your own course.
Really, I was just gonna say that I thought the smell finally faded away. maybe a small sense of pride. Just a little one.
You did good, Dirakt.
You did
I'll
good.
give you that. No.
You did good, boy. You're the adventurer now.
I'd have still been myself in that wheat field if it wasn't for you and your tutelage. And of course, some great friends I met along the way. Gale, Arkonan, Braden, especially Braden. It was his ale. Got my true conquest.
Shanti always provides.
Bless Shanti, the Raven Queen, Morden.
But you need to watch out in them harvests. Shanti's got a way of getting you a whole set of little ones you never thought you needed or wanted.
Well, we won't talk about how many kids that the world think Mr. Faust actually has with his years of traveling. I have no interest in chasing my father. That son of a bitch.
Well, gentlemen, we're going to drop you off over at the guild hall. You and Barley can start with the preparations. They are likely not to know what is about to happen to them in the next 12 hours. I'm going to take Tormund to Harbin Wester's office to collect on a bounty he doesn't even know has been completed. We will return shortly. For God's sakes, don't get too big of a start on me. I am insanely jealous.
Are we taking the head with us?
Yes, we are.
Good luck.
Don't worry, Braden. I won't pollute his tomatoes this time.
If they got some big ones over there, rip off one of those beef steaks. We need to have something for the BLTs in the morning.
Braden, I've already had those tomatoes. They are amazing.
Well, think about your friends here. I got a tax on those from my body to the soil. You better bring me back one of those. Big beefy one too.
Even if it costs me my life, I'll bring you back one that looks like a ghoul's head.
I don't care what it looks like. It's gonna look good with a little bit of mayonnaise and sourdough in the morning.
You ever thought about a layer of mustard on that?
Tormund, there's not many days when I want to slap you. But I'm gonna slap you right out of my BLT fantasy.
I'm just trying to open up your mind, man. That's all I'm trying to do.
After I eat the sandwich in my dreams, then you can play experiment. Oh yeah.
Who never had a little fun with some experimentation? Come on, that's all I'm saying. All right, go. Fine, we'll be good. I promise. I won't ruin your BLT, and I'll bring you a tomato.
Make it 2.
Okay, 2 tomatoes.
If we're gonna try your version, we're gonna need 2. He cracks a little bit of a smile.
I got you interested, though, don't I? I got you interested.
He gives you the Italian face touch a couple of times.
If we're going to the Gold Hall, who do I need to talk to? What was the Guild Hall's leader's name again, Tormund? I need to make myself acquainted.
You want to see if you can find Magdarin. She's the one who can help you get all the cooking done.
But who is the entertainment?
We are.
Oh, okay.
You're dancing, Arkonan. I told you this.
Yeah, okay.
Magdarin.
Hey, if he's dancing, Gale, you're singing. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Come on, Direkt. Let's get the hell out of here.
I'm already 3 steps ahead of you. You make a familiar walk. Like the first steps 23 episodes ago. Down the main drag of Phandalin. Glancing, looking over at the tomatoes. Ghoul tongue raised. Consecrated. And they
Those
are.
tomatoes looking though. They're looking good.
They're massive. They're the size. These tomatoes have gotten so large, so juicy. They're almost mango sized.
Oh yeah.
These are
Blessed
those.
Shanti.
They look just like the Maters in Kirby. Just that perfect ripped ass steroid tomato.
So let me ask you a question as we approach the house. Now, you know what? Let's just go.
Rock me?
No, I was thinking about doing something, but it's not appropriate.
After you pull a couple of those tomatoes off, almost Iron Chef style and slow-mo as the camera zooms up to your head. Tuck and put those away in a satchel to your side. Making your way up to old Harbin Wester's door for the first time in a good while.
I notice anything, or can I knock on the door?
By notice anything, you're looking for.
Oh, just is everything fine? Just the door is there. Nothing has changed. I've got my tomatoes.
Looks like the same old shut door as it's always been.
Perfect. Harbin Wester, it's the police. Come out. You've been plum smuggling.
I told you if there's anything to do with a dragon, I'm not opening that door until there's peace in this realm.
He's gonna speak in Draconic.
It's Cryovane. I'm here to eat your soul.
Silence.
Harbin, open up. It's a Tormund Faust. Jeez.
Whatever you're doing to Tormund Faust, Dragon, I will not open this door.
Harbin, what's left of Cryovane is on the back of Ivan right now.
You just see the ice slots open up.
Just gonna point towards the horse that's standing right out the end of his path.
God damn it, boy, why didn't you just say that? As the door swings open, the familiar suspended, large, pear-shaped body of dirty Harbin Vester, the town constable and general sleazeball of Phandalin. And I'm just so confused right now. You've been gone for so long. You were just supposed to go up to Falcon's Lodge.
Well,
it's weird.
Falcon's Lodge turned into a whole bunch of absolute and well, I could tell you the whole story, but you know what? We need to celebrate together tonight at the Guild Hall.
We shall feast. We shall feast. Is it really? Yes, Harbin, it really is. Dirakt flips the top of the sack over. My boy, you have many tales to tell.
I got empty pockets too. That actually wiped me out. I'm hurting for cash.
You will most certainly not be hurting for cash after this. The scourge of our valley is vanquished. It is truly time to feast. We need runners. We need to tell people. There's so much to do. The short. We need to get the hall ready, and we need to get that up on the centerpiece. This will be the centerpiece as we built around it.
Hey, look at me, Harbin. You have precisely 9 days to celebrate around that centerpiece. After that, it's done.
I don't need 9 days to have this stinking head laying around next to me. All I care about is showing everybody in the next 24 to 48 hours. Then you could collect the rest of your reward up in Neverwinter.
Wait, what reward in Neverwinter?
The reward for killing Cryovane!
You never said there was a reward in Neverwinter for killing Cryovane.
Gosh, I didn't think you could kill the damn dragon. Anybody could take on such a task down here. It's made for bounty hunters. You think I have that kind of change to pay for the death of dragons?
Wait, so hold on. I get to collect from you, and I get to collect from Neverwinter.
Yeah, I gotta throw in a real nice party for you down here. I don't know if there's any. I don't have the bounty myself.
Harbin, don't worry. As he reaches over and slaps him on the shoulder. We still have a debt to settle. I haven't yet talked to the Neverwinter nobles and got them a break for our.
That you haven't. Our taxes have been overbearing and oppressing. These people are struggling, Tormund. What have you done for them?
You see the dragon head?
Just as the oppression of the dragon has been weighing on their minds stowed as Neverwinter, taking the coin out of their pockets. They could almost wish at this point that the dragon would take their life before Neverwinter took the rest of their estate.
Just
What
like
kind of
taking the
life
politics
could
from this
these
land.
people have left after vanquishing the dragon if it's all going to be taxed away?
Don't forget, because I haven't. Harbin, that's the next thing I need to deal with. But between myself, between Dirakt, my companions Arkonan and Gale Everstorm, tonight, let's throw a party. Because where we go from here is less about axe swinging and more about political bullshit.
We are feasting in your honor. And everyone else's honor that whoever you have to kill this dragon with, certainly it probably wasn't by yourself.
You know, I do have to pay them. So, about killing this dragon for you, what have you got in terms of gold?
I have made no such arrangements for you to go out and kill this dragon. As I've said before, that you can collect in Neverwinter, sir. You are still on an outstanding bounty for me, which you have not fulfilled. So there will be no more quest handout today, sir, but we will celebrate the conquest of you freeing this valley. We need to focus on the task at hand, a celebration. The next quest for you, Tormund, is to let these people know that you have freed them from the oppression and that they are still being oppressed by a more shadowy dragon.
Harbin, quit playing politics. No one has seen the head yet. I can march into
They will see
Neverwinter,
the
collect
head.
my bounty, and let you live in squalor.
And I will make the speech. I will make the speech of the new shadow dragon that lists over their lands. And now it is not the cold that they should fear from above, that it is the threat of the talent in their pocketbook.
Are you really looking? You want to die tonight?
What? Is it too strong?
It's too strong.
Oh, leave the speeches to me, Dragon Slayer. You will certainly have your pick of the litter tonight.
Stop. That's disgusting. I want nothing of that nonsense. I just want all the farmers out there to know that they're safe. Because if I've got to go to Neverwinter and do your bullshit with all those nobles and release the taxes upon this land, though blighted by Cryovane, you're going to have to show us a little bit of favor. And I know you're living high on the hog amongst all these farmers.
Of course, the key to the city and all of it.
No, not for me. For them.
We will deal with them after we have announced that you have killed the dragon.
It's not about me.
That's where you're wrong. Tonight is very much about you.
No.
Quit arguing with me, boy.
He's gonna get up from the table and walk towards the door.
Quit arguing with me. As you can see, he's stuffing small scrolls as just carrier pigeons are just rolling out. Like he's just. I will see you up at the guild hall, boy. Do not forget that this land is still oppressed. As Dirakt slams the door shut. Just how many rounds were you gonna go with him? This is impressive.
Dirakt, if I ever consider politics, take my axe, cut my head off.
Will do. As you guys ride back towards the guild hall, At this point, word has already started to get out and about from a good solid happy hour inside the guild hall between Arkonan, Gale, and Braden. They have small circles around them. They're probably on their 5th, 6th time recanting the story.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's a already one drained keg that's over to the side from just the old men and women that have been inside the guild hall today. Like it's their absolute lucky day. And there's our hero himself. Look at him. As you come through the door with Dirakt, cheers. Ah, my boy. I'm just telling the people for the 15th time what we've done around here. Dragon Slayer.
What? Drank all the mead we can grab our hands onto?
Blasphemy. You know better than saying stuff like that. Don't get these people worried. The one thing we're not gonna run out of is supplies. As he's already got his wagon pulled in over the side, since it is a mobile beer wagon that he constantly has.
Yeah.
Fine. Tell him one more time how the heroes of Icespire Peak slayed Cryovane. I want to hear it from your lips, Braden. I want to know what kind of you've been telling these people.
Don't worry, you'll get to hear it 50 more times tonight.
Well, then give me a pint and sing me a song. Tell me the story. There's nothing else to do tonight.
As you come over, you're immediately stuffed with a hot biscuit in your mouth. You already look famished. We gotta take care of you. Your group looks like hell. You haven't rested. I can tell you've been riding all night. It's got a nice slab of honey butter up on top of it as Magdrin doles out fresh biscuits for everybody. And I'm gonna, the things I'm gonna do to you for killing this dragon without any advance warning that you're going up there. You didn't say goodbye to anyone. You could have never made it down. We weren't ready for these preparations. Oh, just stewing.
Just calm down. This is for everyone. This isn't just for us.
You're a lucky man that you killed that dragon. Otherwise, these old ladies back here would think about killing you. It's all right. We already got the birds frying up. You're lucky that we had fryers here. Could have had a bunch of stew hens. What would you have done then?
Celebrated our demise?
You'd been eating rubber birds and I would have hit you with each one of them. I see you laughing over there, city boy. I'd drag you by the ear back over here again and get the spoon back in your hand.
Do me a favor. My friend Gale is all too skinny. Fatten him up a little bit. Make sure he knows what a good home cooked meal tastes like. And don't spare the butter or the oil.
You get a second biscuit with an extra large slab of actual strawberry butter, and a small thing of preserves has already been tucked in the back.
Oh God, that's so good. It just, it's melting in my mouth right now. I can taste
it's
it.
so bad right now.
She takes one look over at Arkonan's pale, skinny body. She actually sets the whole basket next to you and lathers each one of the biscuits for you. Like you're a sick dog that needs to be hand fed.
And I play it up.
And for God's sake, someone take care of your friend over here.
They don't feed me. It's terrible.
I can see that, honey. You were going to take care of that tonight. Make sure that he gets at least 2 thighs in him. He needs some of the fat to thicken himself up. Dragon's almost taken everything from him.
And I just kind of look past her and then look at Dirakt, and I just give him a nod, and I just come back to the conversation.
Dirakt, hands crossed, just milk it.
I lean over to Dirakt and I'm like, does he know how dangerous of a game he's playing?
Not at all. His stomach's gonna burst like a duck in a rice field. We'll see how long he can hold off.
You still got powers of resurrection, right?
I might need every single one of them.
Better start building that totem now.
As the course of the afternoon goes, more and more people come in. Florists, outside caterers, setting this entire place up, making it look as raucous as it was during the autumn festival. There's a massive wreath and center platter where that dragon's head and rests in the center. Just all of the best hors d'oeuvres that you can think of. The deer tenderloin inside of the jalapeno carved out with cream cheese wrapped in bacon, toothpicked together. Kebabs of both chicken and beef, marinated, roast vegetables, and strong German potato salad to the sides. An old churner that's been on since you guys first walked in. 3 old ladies taking turns making fresh ice cream. A single whole stick of vanilla that they've slowly been shaving over the course of time. As you can hear the crunch of salt and water turn as they work on that fresh cream.
This is every family reunion back in Minnesota on the farm.
I am
like weekend family barbecues in the
so
summer.
hungry right now.
This was everything that was on the menu at the lake last Saturday.
Oh,
Hold on, I'm booking a flight now.
yeah.
Southwest, here I come.
I think we're gonna have to have a table read around at the cabin.
Dude, it's prime for a session, dude. Prime for a session. By the way, we have a table on the deck boat as well. We can actually have a session out on the water.
Dude, if I could jump in between turns, how great would that be?
Oh my God! Why aren't we doing this tomorrow?
It can happen, man. It's easy.
We're doing D&D live at fucking RoBear's cabin.
It's an easy flight into Nashville and
yeah.
drive up.
On my way.
How long is that drive from Nashville?
About hour 45 minutes if you're hauling ass.
But I could do it in at least an hour and a half. I drive like a Californian.
As the hall begins to fill back up. Tormund, I want you to roll an investigation check where there's no doubt where your eyes have been.
On the door. 17.
No sight of your Halia yet. As you've seen all the old regular faces, hell, even old man Baratheon from Baratheon's Provisions has been outside with his new favorite ox drinking in the smoker's circle that's propagated out front. that's been going for quite some time, and it's impressive because this is D&D. They still smoke inside of buildings as well. There's even a smoking circle out front.
Tormund looks up, door, hopefully seeing face that he wants to see, and doesn't see it. It's back into his glass and tips it up one more time.
As you do, Magdarin comes by with another tray of just, at this point, fried fritters, just stacks of them. Whole big old bowl of fresh buttermilk next to it.
Just he doesn't. It's two claw in and just one fritter in each claw, two in the hand, and just into the buttermilk and in his mouth.
It's good. You need to quit looking so blue. You've been staring up at that doorway for the last hour. Haven't given anyone the time of day that's come over here to try to hear your story. All Magdalene sees. You got the world in your hands right now, and you got nothing but a case of the blues.
Nah, I don't have the case of the blues. Everything is fine. Just thinking about someone, that's all.
Oh. Whoever that someone is, I'm sure they're very special. She leaves your presence and goes and dumps that tray of fritters, goes back. God's damned, Randy, get out of there. These are for the guests. Take what I want, Magnet. Randy sniping fritters, as well as licking one of the spoons that they've used to ice the cakes.
He doesn't even know how good he's got it, does he? It's one of those drunken conversations where you just look at the person next to you in the bar, start talking to them without even recognizing if they care to talk to you at all. So be it. I have another beer. Brandon! My tankard needs refilled. Where are you at?
Braden comes back over to fill your mug. I've seen you looking over there at that door lovingly. I got some news for you, buddy. You better keep your feet planted. Your little guild master. She's not here today.
That's okay.
She's not gonna be here anytime soon. She's been promoted.
What?
That's right. She's now the Grand Master up at the Neverwinter Lodge.
Wait, how long have you known this?
Just found out myself. Been sitting here drinking with all the old boys. They're trying to figure out who's gonna take over around here. He said that she left about 30 days ago, got the promotion. Headed up north, they still haven't picked out a new guild master down here.
Did she go alone?
Sorry, I wasn't keeping track of the guild master. I don't know. She probably went up there with her boyfriend.
Yeah, of course she wouldn't go alone.
Don't beat yourself up over it. It's good. Glad you have a new quest. It's better this way anyway. There's a whole group of found maidens that want to meet the famous Slayer of Cryovane. They want to see the blade that ripped out his heart. You can't let these strong, silent types like Arkonan, has the classic goth locker party around him right now.
Yeah.
If there was an elf, a girl with an extra piercing, or just general pale skin, he has gathered it.
I've found my people.
Are they all alive? No.
Like the circles around Taliesin Jaffe at a D&D gathering.
I've been in that circle.
You can almost hear the cure.
Yeah.
You can't let him outdo you over there. In true fashion, you look over to Gale, who is in now his favored terrain, actually, if there was one to have a favored terrain of a noble. He has been working this room like no other. This is truly one of his elements, as he's gone about to almost every group that you've seen so far, captivating the room. You can't let your friends win the day, Tormund. Don't be so sad about it. There's new things to conquest.
He grabs his tankard off the bar.
Tormund! Come here! Come here! Hey, come here!
Hold on, I gotta roll acrobatics check on this. Oh fuck! Oh no!
What is it?
It's an 11.
Oh,
I
11?
set it at 15. I was gonna try and jump up on the bar and wave my sword.
Oh, dude,
But
15's super high. You still do it? It just doesn't look as cool as you hope. Like, it's like you do it, but you're pretty drunk.
Oh, perfect. All right, we'll roll with that. That's even better. So as I put my tankard down, Tormund tries to do a straight up jump from the ground to the bar, but doesn't make it to the point of where he just kind of knees into it, and then throws his leg up, knocking over his tankard, which is empty, but he holds up Dragon Slayer. Let me tell you a story. The likes of the warriors that you're in this hall with are Arkonan, as he points the sword, Gale, Dirakt, Braden Burley, as he swings the sword behind him recklessly, and how he killed Cryovane and his little minions that thought they were smarter than the rest of us. Gather hold as we tell the story about this sword borrowed from the tomb of Lady Tanamir. Grab a drink, tip well, and gather round.
My boy. Quite the adventurer, isn't he?
And as he's telling the story, I wait till he's in this like epic moment where there's about to be the killing blow, and then I just send out 4 globules of light that just as he does it, and it just ignites the room around him.
Ooh, that's good effect.
So, Arkonan, what's next? Dragon Slayer, what deeds are left to be touched by a man of the string?
You know, I never planned this far ahead.
Understandably.
The city sounds nice. It's been a while since I've been in Neverwinter. I've ran so far from home that, you know, it'd be nice to be around people again. See if I'm still the creepy guy.
There's no doubt that you would still be the creepy guy. As we can see, there's no shortage of men or women that want to hang out with the creepy guy.
They want to know what's up. They want to see what makes it tick. They love mystery.
They lean in as you closely have a soul on each arm, just hanging on every word that comes from your mouth. Gale. And this is why, Gale, we needed to take back this land from not just the dragon that we have slain, but the figurative dragon of oppression that is over me and the rest of these people. How can they expect to go back out and farm if the taxes all go back to Neverwinter?
What was your name again?
Harben Vesta. I am the town master.
Harvin.
Harben.
Strongly. Harvin.
Harben Vesta.
Right. Wester. I strongly suggest that you take the negativity somewhere else. This is a celebration. We can talk about taxes in the morning.
This is important. We just take the momentum. We have a new dragon to slay.
You need another drink.
We need people to advocate for us like you, Gale. We need people like you. We need representation.
I will do all I can. I assure you. And I slap him on the back, and then I lead him towards the door.
What's your passive perception?
12.
With a 13, he slides a stack of business cards into your pocket. That's fine.
Of course he does.
I'll continue to talk about the dragon of the day.
Right.
The freer of people.
They want to hear about it outside. And I just walk him to the door.
As Harmon walks out, he goes, "This damn taxes!" As you've led him to the coffee circle. Yeah.
Yep. And then I turn back in, and I walk back to the group that I was at. Now, let's have some fun. And I begin to clear the tables, push the tables to the side as the music begins to and get louder. And then I look for one of the beautiful maidens here. And I walk up and I do the appropriate hand on the back bow. May I have this dance?
Cute girl with freckles and braids. Emerald green eyes, bows. She grabs your hand. Gorgeous woman. Smiles. Ooh, a little rough. A little rough in that no fluoride in the water over here.
Yeah.
That's okay. As you begin to dance, I need 3 performance checks for you.
Performance?
Yeah, this is performance, man. If you were saying that if you are proficient in dancing, then let's add this to your we'll add this to your performance. So add your proficiency bonus to it.
All right, chat. This is when I need your energy. All right. I not only have to woo a woman, I have to woo the whole crowd, because Gale has to be, at least at one point, the spotlight for tonight, and this is his moment. So send me all your positive energy. All right, 3 performances. 20 for the first one.
Oof.
Dirty 20.
The dirtiest.
Just describe the awesome start of whatever your maneuver you're pulling.
So yeah, I basically lead her out, and the area kind of clears, and then like we take like the proper, like I step away from her and we do the bow, right? And then I take her hands, and then I just immediately do this like twirl a few times, lean her down, pick her up, and then we just go.
I've never been twirled like this before.
Just wait till later. All right. Number 2. Come on, baby. D&D Beyond. 19. Okay.
19. Another success. The DC's been climbing. It's gonna go 14, 16, 18.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Go
all
ahead.
right,
Just
fair enough.
describe the middle performance of this bad boy.
I spin around, and as she steps away, I just like point over and like nod, and someone just tosses a beer, and I catch it and I drink it, and then I toss it down and I turn, and then I just go straight back to the dance.
At this point, you have most of the eyeballs in the room. Watching you. Look at the city boy dance over here. He's got some moves.
All right.
I almost can't even keep up.
Come on, baby.
He asked for the power. Chat. He received the power. Was it a nat 20?
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
Dirty
But
20.
it was a dirty 20, but still, like.
You
So
succeed.
This time, the music picks up, right, and the crowd goes, and then I just kind of like go up the Actually, let me check one thing. So I just go up, and I like on one of the benches to the table, and I just kind of step up and do like a spin. And as I spin, I let the wind pick up behind me, and I float to the other side of the lady, spin around, grab her, twirl her again. And then as I go down again, I just release behind me magic missiles as they shoot in little fireworks as I finish the dance. And then I kiss her. As I also subtle cast prestidigitation on her. Clean them out.
Savage. She's so taken back. I have never. And she just shuts up and goes back to kissing you. Unnoticed.
After a few moments,
Prestidigitation.
I stop, and then I eye the crowd, and I walk over to Arkonan, and I grab him by the hand, and as that awkward, like, I don't want to dance, I pull him out. And I look over, and I'm like, Dragon Slayer, you're in this too! And I look to Tormund, and then I look for Braden and Dirakt. And then I just yell, ladies and gentlemen, Arkonan!
As that goth circle, they kind of migrate with you. They're not very far behind. It's almost eerie how the people mimic exactly what your necromancy does. When you have this general effect over that population.
He's just constantly doing Thriller.
Whatever you choose to do, they are going to mimic behind you very much.
100%.
Yes.
Two. I'm trying to think if I want to try and make this interesting.
It already is, my friend, and I'm just excited.
Let's see what we have here.
Nothing like dance checks, baby.
Yeah.
Bless you, chat. Bless you, chat.
I want to use deception.
Go for it.
So I'm going to use deception to mimic. Essentially, yeah. I'm gonna mimic like kind of a more of an undead movement. Since I'm not dancing, I'm not performing.
Go for it, man.
I rolled a 24.
24, yeah. Whatever creepy, twitchy kind of undead shit you're doing with your goth horde, you got it down, man.
I'm like doing the neck twitch, you know, just channeling different zombie movies.
But it's okay. They're doing it to the beat of the music, so it works.
Tandem. Anything in a group is just better.
Anytime I see one of my gothites like not in step, I quickly cast Mage Hand and like push them into the right order. Like the one guy that's the one white guy that only does the downbeat.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
buddy, gotta get some feel in there, some soul.
Barley comes out and proceeds to immediately try to drop it as low as he can.
God.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Barley's good, baby. That's a 19. So it's a little bit of the modified Russian squat that he's going on, and you're kind of terrified when he goes down with one leg so low. The body can. But then you realize his calves literally look like the knee savers that are on the back of catchers.
Yes.
As he takes the middle, and just continues for a very prolonged period of time in circles.
It's like when the like a guy who's been big his entire life all of a sudden decides to get like super jacked, like Ethan Suplee, like decides to get super jacked, and all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck? It's just the calves, or like some one part of his body is just absurdly muscular, carrying around what he's been carrying around his entire life.
We're gonna roll for Dirakt. Oh, Dirakt rolls good too. I got a 14 plus 2, so 16. So Dirakt is gonna hit the dance floor, and surprisingly, he busts out a very TikTok-like shuffle. He's very, very quick for an old man in about a 5-foot radius. As he starts throwing down the shuffle, Tormund, there's only you left as you set your beer down at the bar.
Yes.
Well, considering I'm still standing on it.
Oh, that's right. You're still on the standing. Don't let me take you off of your fantasy bar that you're standing on.
Dude, I'm going Coyote Ugly on this bar. I'm gonna dance with my friends. All right. So since I don't have my tankard in my hand, first thing I'm gonna do is try and stick my boot in my tankard and bring it up to my hand. Since I didn't have quite the most memorable mount on top of the bar, I'm trying to be cool about this one. And just slowly slide into there and bring it up, and then being this deep into my intoxication, I'm just gonna do a little jig on the bar.
So you're going straight river dance on it. All right, roll
100%.
that perception or that performance.
Ooh, performance is one of the things I'm strong at. Let's go with that dirty 20. All right.
Like a cane. You take the cradle of your leg and flip that beer up from the bar, from resting on the bar back up in your hand. As you would make the God, I can't remember his name, the old leader of Riverdance blush.
Flaherty? No, was that it?
Yeah, like Flaherty. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen that infomercial. It used to haunt my dreams as a child.
That's what's fucking with my head too.
Michael Flaherty, I think.
Michael Flaherty.
Is it?
Michael Flaherty? There it is.
God, some old white women really fell in love with Riverdance, didn't they? Holy shit.
They love dudes whose shoulders never move.
Well, I mean, that's perfect for Tormund because, I mean, he's just shoulders and a straight down torso.
That's good shit.
So I'm doing river dance on the bar and drinking my beer. Just.
I jump up on top of the table as he's doing this, and then I just grab a beer and I just say, "People of Phandalin, the slayers of dragons, as well as the slayers of the dance floor. This night is for all of us. Cheers!"
And you can see some people walk by. Yeah, give that dragon a cork.
And then I lean into Tormund, and I'm drunk at this point, and I just say, "Look, friend, there is a girl here, right over there. Her name is Syra. Starts with an S, and she wants to meet you. So I think you should go entertain her."
Brother, I'm entertaining all the people I want to entertain tonight. You have at it. I'm going to drink my ale. And I'm going to make you coffee in the morning.
And that is why you are a better dragonborn than me.
As you
And I
look
go to the
over
dance floor again.
next to the girl that you were talking about, there's just old dirty Randy. And that's why it's got a 3-inch circumference. Just gets slapped once by her and once by Magdrin.
There's always that guy.
A real dirty bastard. As he smokes his pipe.
Every time I see somebody like kind of go around the dragon's head, I use my mage hand to like open the maw a little bit.
There's a small group of kids. They're like, ah! You totally freak out. Parents get a good kick out of it. Because these small towns, they're a lot like country weddings where you're like, man, these parents shouldn't be that intoxicated around these small children, but they are.
And the kids should have been in bed like 18 hours ago.
Yeah.
Just out there partying.
Makes you feel real uncomfortable for a little bit, and then you realize this happens all the time.
Yeah.
I go up to like some of the kids and like do some like cheap like magic tricks that probably aren't very good because I'm drunk, but I give them each like a silver piece, like just like and then like I just give them the whole one and then just like give it to them.
It's like you like do the reach behind the ear, but like you accidentally drop it. You're like, yeah, that's yours now. You pick.
Actually, pull one of their like the head a little bit. Oh, sorry, it was really stuck in there. I don't, you know. I just kind of like reach in my bag, grab like a small handful and just drop it on the floor. That's yours. Take it. Just like go and walk away.
Toss it. Let
Yeah, just like yeah. I'm like
as you guys continue to party into the wee hours of the evening. If there's anything else that you guys would like to do in the Feast of Cryovane, now is your time.
I got one thing. And this is towards the waning hours, not weaning hours. Waning
The
hours.
real weenie hours.
Before I head upstairs with someone.
Darlene.
I would find Tormund probably introspective, kind of by himself again, and would go up to him and just, I'm just belligerently drunk at this point, and I put my arm around him. You know, I respected you before. You're over here. I respected you before. But you hold on to that pure heart of yours. You see, I have someone that Mira. She is beautiful as the sea. And I never could speak to her. Rival family and all that, but you hold out for your guild master. If she is truly something special. Because true love is way better than any one night stand. But tonight, I'm going to fuck her. And it's going to be great. What was I saying?
You're going to bed because you're drunk.
That's it. Get over here. Tormund, I appreciate you. And I am expecting coffee in the morning. Lots of it.
Coffee and maybe a little hair of the dog for you. Now go over. She's not gonna wait forever.
Kind of give him a shake. And like that like pat on the side of the head that's just a little bit too far into the front, and kind of like, you know, that you're just trying to be, but it just kind of slaps you a little bit in the face. Thank you.
Go enjoy yourself. I'll see you in the morning.
Then I stumble away.
Gail, roll a performance check with disadvantage.
See, chat. See. Disadvantage. 11.
Oh God. You had a flaccid evening.
Starts out great from what you remember. But the minute that you're out of the captain's seat and your bed hits, your back hits that bed, start to brown out just a little bit. Your room fades to black. Anyone else?
Just gonna sit at the bar and watch the crowd.
I eventually stroll over to Tormund and join him. You know what? I just figured out what unites us three.
What's that, Arkonan?
Dads.
That they're all assholes.
Yep. Figured it out between you and Gale. You're not alone.
It's that urge just to be.
Yep.
Just
Small
do more
blip.
than our fathers.
You said urge before everything cut out over here on my stream.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
It's all stable again.
Okay. Yeah, the urge to, I don't know, sometimes it's to prove him wrong, sometimes it's to prove him right. But no matter what, it's always to be better.
Yeah. Fuck them. You know, I set out to be an adventurer. So I gotta prove to my old man that I could do it. Now, seems trivial. Seems like it doesn't matter. Look at these people celebrating something they had no hand in outside of sacrifice. Friends, family, aunts, uncles, who knows who fell to Cryovane? Maybe none of them. Maybe they all escaped unscathed. Do they have more or less right to celebrate? It's not my say. It was my say. None of them will be celebrating around this dragon head. Honorable thing, I guess, would have been to leave him up there.
Sometimes people need people like this, simple town people, even people in the city, whether they come from noble status or they come from the dirt. They need something to hold on to, something to grasp. Being an adventurer gives them that something. Whether it's to rescue maidens, slay dragons, or just to go investigate creepy woods. When you bring something back and they celebrate, it gives them hope. Everybody needs hope. It just comes in different places. For you and me, hope comes that we're gonna wake up in the morning, our wounds will heal, and we'll find the next adventure. And the ultimate hope is to give the old finger to the father. For them, hope is the next harvest. And you gave him that.
Tormund lifts his glass up, starts to look at the ale in the bottom of it. Maybe I was too hard on Hister. Maybe that hope is exactly the hope he had. Maybe that's why he did what he did. Maybe that's why he wasn't there. Maybe every day
Hey,
I spend a little more.
Tormund! Tormund!
Aren't you in bed yet?
No! Come here. There's one last person that wants to see you this evening. Come.
I'm talking to Arkonan. Who could possibly want to see me? Looks at his glass one more time and just rush drinks it. Ale flowing around his chin and his jaw. Puts his cup down. Wow, hold on. Oh yeah, he's not making this pretty. he's doing the chair to table walk as he leaves the bar.
Dirakt helps prop you up a little bit. You need to come here. He leads you over to the door. One last person that I think you need to meet.
Who can it be now? I mean, who's left?
As Dirakt kicks open the front of that door, and you see your father, Mr. Faust, get off of his warhorse. As a big old smile creeps up over Dirakt's face as he just nudges you forward like you're just a small kid again. And he leans up with his back up against the wall as that lantern light makes a silhouette in a small spotlight that's shared with just the two of you.
I heard what you did, boy. Dirakt can get messages far and wide. I was almost shocked. Almost. When he said you slayed a white dragon. Tormund, still emotionless at this point, not processing his father standing in front of him, this to him. You know, well, not as perilous as what you saw. Dirakt took me hunting here my first time, too. It was, well, not as fruitful as yours, I should say. Maybe a couple of wild ogres. Never a white dragon. You know, when you left, I should have told you what I was going for. Probably knew. And we spent that morning in the kitchen, just chasing after your brother. I'm sure much the same reason you decided to go on this adventure. It's because of him. When I got Dirakt's message, I had to I had to pause. I had to come here. Just to tell you this. I'm proud of you, Tormund. Anything else, just know I'm proud of you. Don't know where your journey will take you next. Just know that mine here is brief. You may have your accusations of me being a shit father, but just know I always loved you, your brother, your sisters, and your mother. You do what you need to do here in this realm. You do it with Dirakt. Just know that while I'm chasing Dominus's trail, I wish I was doing it with you. But even though you slayed a white dragon, both you and I know you're not ready. I promise you, when you are, you'll fight together with me by my side. 'Cause you're my son. And I love you. And you will always be my son. Doesn't give Tormund a chance to respond to anything. He just comes up and puts his arm around that big ass barbarian, which it doesn't go all the way around. It's an embrace and a hug that just kind of comes to the back of the shoulders. Tormund just buries his head in his dad's chest. I carried so much anger for you, Dad. And I'm sorry. I couldn't see beyond my own rage. I almost blamed you for Mom's death. Damn it. The whole reason I set out on this journey was that I could feel that I was equal to Hister Faust. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this. I wish I could go with you. Honestly, I wish I could. I would love to fight you tooth and nail right now. Just prove you wrong that I could go with you to chase Dominus. But I'll stay here. You think I need to stay here? I'll stay here. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry for the anger I had towards you. But no more. I'm gonna become the warrior you want me to be. I'm gonna become the dragonborn you wanted me. With Dirakt's help and my friends, Gale, Arkonan, Braden, they'll help. They've already taught me so much more than I really wish I could explain to you what they've done. It's okay, Tormund. It's what adventuring is. No adventurer, even myself, survived on my own. I found friends. I found allies.
I found family on the road. Some I had to watch die. Got a feeling you've already experienced that. It's part of this life. You can accept it. It never gets easier. And if it does get easier, Tormund, stop. Losing a life of one of your friends gets easier. You've lost the point.
I understand. I'll remember that, Dad.
His sister embraces his son one more time, holds his head. Leans over to kiss him on the side of the head. You'll understand why I can't stay soon. There's a trail I've found. Stay. Do what you need to do. I may call on you soon. Keep your wits about you, son. Stay with Dirakt. Listen to what he has to say. And just know, you're never far from my thoughts. You aren't. Your mother's not. Your sister's. And why I'm doing this. Sister squeezes his son one more time. Lets him go. He looks over at Dirakt. Gives him a nod. Grabs the reins of his horse.
Before he takes off, Dirakt walks up over to Hister. Hey, old friend. I think I want a small piece of your boy's handiwork. As he hands Hister a necklace. With one of Cryovane's teeth in the spot as a pendant. And clasps your hand between it. As always, the Phoenix watches over you, Hister.
He takes it and pulls it in his hand. Reins in the other, looks at it for a moment. Pulls it to his chest. My boy's first real adventure. Keep him safe, Dirakt. Keep him safe.
Good news. He does pretty good on his own these days.
I don't know where this trail's gonna lead. I may need him and you. These adventures I've found don't pan out. Still know the direction he's headed.
I'll make sure he's ready when you call. I promise.
Thank you, Dirakt.
As he pulls up on the rank to pull himself on the horse, he sits over Dirakt and looks down.
New scales look good on you, old man. Starting to look more and more like the Faust family every day.
Yeah! He rides off. Tormund's still kind of standing there, hands in front of him like he was holding his dad. Kind of starts to let his hands fall by his side, but they're fumbly. I don't know how you did it, Dirakt. And in fact, I was even accused of waiting for Ali to come through that door. You knew. In my heart, I wanted my dad. I don't know how you did it, but thank you. Thank you for that moment.
He's the one who made it happen. But you're welcome.
Direkt puts a hand up over your shoulder as a light rain begins to fall on the top of the guild hall. With his hand over his shoulder.
Told you I didn't have to tell you how proud I was of you. We're all very proud, Tormund. It's the thing about adventuring. It was never just about your quest. There's always another on the horizon. Just enjoy the last throes of this bounty. Or it might be days before we get to celebrate like this again. Cherish them, Tormund. Don't let them go to waste.
Cherish I shall. Because now it's no longer my quest. Now it's training. Whenever Dad calls, I want to be ready. I got a few brain cells left. Let's go and drink some more. Wake Braden up. Find anybody who's left dancing. I want to see the sunrise.
Make your way back in from the light rain back into truly the last survivors of this party.
Arkonan is still sitting at the bar. All of his supplicants are all passed out on the floor on tables. And he watches you guys walk in and sees Tormund, and he just raises his pipe to him and just mouths the word family.
I'm gonna want some of that pipe in a minute. Now I need a fresh ale. Who wants to dance?
As the camera zooms out on the rest of the party inside the guild hall, enjoying the fruits of their labor. That is where we will end this week.
Oh
dude. Let's give it up for Mang. It is not easy
Yeah, that was
having to do
awesome.
double time, and I threw it on him. I can't believe you had that conversation with Arkonan before. I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Fucking kismet right there.
Oh,
Can we get some natural 20s in the chat for freaking radio? Because that was fucking incredible.
Dude, all right. So this can be spoken to a D&D group right here. When you know you're playing with the right people, they can feel your emotion more than just what you see in the camera, what you hear in my voice. It's none of that celebration was about him having a night with the guildmaster. That was a celebration that he was missing his old man. That was a celebration from the moment he left his house and figured out that was the ultimate goal. He wanted Hister Faust to know what he achieved.
The best part, like obviously emotions are the best part of D&D, hands down. I've said it many times, I'll say it again to anybody who listens. This game has saved my life twice in my lifetime, and it's probably going to do it again. But when you are sitting around a table and you can see whether it's a virtual table or whether it's a real table, and you can see that person has something that they want to get off their chest, that they have, there's something there, and you can know how to pluck it, whether you're the DM or another player. Like, it's the best fucking feeling ever, because you're like, all right, here you go, here's a little salt on top of that, to garnish that and see where it takes you.
Here's a little salt on top of that paper cut. Tell me how it feels.
I had
Let me squirt some lemon juice in your eye.
I had two varieties for it. I had a letter and I had a physical appearance.
The conversation was originally going to happen with my conversation was originally going to happen with Gale, but when Gale went to bed, I was like, all right, we can do this.
Great.
Sorry, Gail's getting ass.
No, that was perfect. That's absolutely
Thank
way
you.
better with, yeah.
Thank you for that moment. Thank you for creating that. That was
So
That was
good.
beautiful.
You I almost said you three because you're split. You have to do split. You two made it an awesome ending. And I was like, I originally had sculpted up just a letter, and then I was like, nah, he can do it. He can do it. Let's give it to him. So about the start of the feast, I knew I was gonna do in person. Just naturally let it work its course, and you guys teed that one up for me. I got to sit back just like Dirakt. Dirakt was just me, just getting to go, oh man, this is great, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for having the trust to let us do that.
Easy.
Oh, wow. I'm just really I'm dumbfounded, and I'm shocked, and I'm impressed, and there's not enough words that I can say that you guys could ferret that out of that situation and then play into it. Then everybody played their part. Gale was the hedonist. Arkonan swung in, just on the outskirts of his little cult, and then Dirakt came and just teed it up to knock it out of the park.
It's weird because like Arkonan is not too far away from me, so I'm not really playing this like far from the chest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at a party. I am that person that just like scans the crowd to make sure everybody's having a good time, whether it's my party or not. I'm still making sure people got their drink. They need another one. They want to, somebody wants to start some shit. I'll separate them. I'll listen to some drama and let somebody just get it out of them. And then I always have that like little cadre of goth kids.
The scariest part of this episode is when I looked over and I realized I forgot to hit record. So I am the luckiest person of all time to have this VOD recorded right now.
Oh, baby.
I am the lucky dude, man. I haven't forgot to hit record in over 100+ episodes.
Oh my god.
Bailed out by the VOD, baby. I looked over, I was like, I hope the VOD's recording. I'm gonna need every bit of that sucker.
Oh.
Double layers of protection. The last time I did, I had to take it out of 64 hours of footage I had to pull it out of on Mixer a long time ago. Yikes is right. It was like a half-day render to get that piece out.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Luckily, this will be a very easy fix.
I have to just one more time. I just have to say it, dude. Jeremy, Radio, that was fucking awesome. Like, blown away. I was just sitting here, googly eyes, watery eyes, just like continue, just keep going.
Well,
because that was awesome.
And it's funny all in the same breath. That's a conversation that I've had in my head that Hister would have had with Tormund on the other side. But, you know, framing it in this episode was like, all right, I know exactly when this happened. He has just met his party at the tavern. He's just got a message from Dirakt, and this is his chance to vamp out, visit his son one more time before the quest begins, before he set out on this path and there is no return, and then come back around. So, yeah. Emotion. This was supposed to happen for like a long time.
Out of left field. I was like, when you said your father, like Hister, I was like,
oh yeah.
what?
Dude, it's the completion of Tormund's quest. I've had that feather in the cap for a while, but I've never teased it because I wanted to make him feel like it would be the last episode that he saw Hister. And while I didn't want it to be much, just a good, you played it just perfectly how it would be. It's, I'm riding by, but I got a chance to see you, boy. Like, so good. I can't wait to rewatch it again.
Dude, it was like fucking Cats in the Cradle being acted out, you know? I was like,
it's so hard to jump.
My dad tomorrow.
So hard to jump emotions between character without a long pause. It's really difficult. I've had to do it a lot, but that even more because it's, you know, it's not a couple of NPCs. This is partial real life tied into a couple of characters, and your first two main ones. The first time we've had them interact not as a child in a cutscene. Very powerful moment.
I mean, this whole episode was so great, but in like a different way. Like I loved the party, like the celebration, like so much. Yeah, it was like you said, like everyone was like perfectly like exactly how it would be, right? Like I'm not looking deep into shit. I'm like, let's fucking make this a show, and a lot like Arkonan does, right? But like it's the different approach. He's like the silent skulker that's like looking around and it's like maybe nope, maybe nope. Okay, yeah, them. Okay, cool. I meanwhile like, oh hey friends, how's it going? Yes, of course. Like let me go over to this group, and like, you know, and then I just think it was like perfect for like that was I'm so good.
It was great because the last time that I had to do this party, I wore my ass out because we were still playing 2-person D&D. So oh
my god.
Dude, I was flirting with Radio. I was talking. We introduced multiple characters. It was, dude, but we had a similar scenario, and it was me and Radio getting to flirt together on stream. Was just the cat's meow made it even better.
That's one of my favorite clips of all time in streams. So sometimes you just gotta lay your best friend.
That's so good.
So what you're saying is there's a chance.
There's always a chance. It was nice to like. It was the first time that I got to be Dirakt. I got to be proud, proud uncle, proud papa. I got to sit back and watch as you guys painted the scene and just got to dot it in. So it was awesome for me, man. Thank you. Thank you.
I've noticed, like, as a DM, people, like, it doesn't matter what the table composure is, people love fucking party episodes.
Oh,
like if you throw a party in your episode, everybody's getting prepared for it.
It's good time.
Yeah, everybody, you find that the big burly dude at the table, you don't expect. He's always the guy who he's the Tormund. He runs in first and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the dude shopping the most. He's the one that wants to look fleek as fuck and be ready for it.
I just think it's something, we all look forward to these times when we get together, much like convention season is for us, because that's when we get to actually see each other. Thank the gods that we get to do this as this form that feels as real as you being there as I can possibly get outside of these times. But yeah, like I think that and I'm like, yeah, man, we haven't. Our imaginations just want to go to a party together, and it feels as real as when I'm gonna open a beer tomorrow night. Like it does. That's the power of D&D, man. That's the good stuff.
Are we done? Because I want to go lay on the floor for a little bit.
I'll send you that therapy bill.
Appreciate that. I'll make sure you get my PPO member ID, and we'll take care of that, Billy. No problem.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Well, and I think that's where we should end in this bad boy. Put a bow on it, and we will see you guys here next week. Be good to one another. Continue to wash your damn hands and stay safe out there.